You have big dreams. You want success. You want the house, the freedom, the respect, the life you always imagined. But deep down, you know there's a problem. You're not lazy because you don't care. You're lazy because your mind is at war with itself. Every night you promise yourself, tomorrow I'll change. Tomorrow I'll wake up early. Tomorrow I'll go to the gym. Tomorrow I'll start that business. But tomorrow comes and nothing changes. You scroll, you delay, you waste hours, and then guilt hits you because you know you're capable of more. You know this isn't who you're meant to be. And slowly, guilt turns into frustration. Frustration turns into hopelessness. And you start to believe the biggest lie of all. Maybe I'm just not good enough. But listen carefully. You're not broken. You're not lazy. What you're experiencing is something every successful person has felt. The difference is they broke the cycle. And so will you. Because laziness is not a personality. It's a habit. And like any habit, it can be changed. So for the next 60 minutes, I want you to forget everything you think you know about success. We're going to go deeper. Deeper than motivation or discipline. We're going to understand why you procrastinate, why you self-sabotage, and how to break free permanently. This isn't just about getting things done. It's about taking back control of your life. It's about becoming the version of you that you were always meant to be. Because the truth is, your dreams don't care about how you feel. Success doesn't wait for you to be ready. And life won't slow down just because you're scared. You either take control or life controls you. So if you're tired of wasting time, if you're done watching others live the life you want, if you're ready to finally become unstoppable, this is your moment. Let's get one thing straight. You're not lazy because you're weak. You're not lazy because you're broken. You're lazy because your brain is designed to protect you. Here's the truth no one told you. Your brain doesn't care about success. It doesn't care about your goals, your dreams, or your ambition. Its number one job is to keep you safe, even if that means keeping you stuck. When you think about going to the gym, starting a new project, or building a business, your brain doesn't see opportunity, it sees danger. Danger of failure, danger of discomfort, danger of change. So it fights back, not with fear, but with excuses. I'll do it tomorrow. I'm too tired today. It's not the right time. These aren't random thoughts, they're defense mechanisms. Your mind is trying to pull you back to safety, and safety is the comfort zone. But here's the catch. Your comfort zone might feel safe, but it's slowly destroying your potential. Think of your life like a muscle. The more you push it, the stronger it grows. But the more you avoid effort, the weaker it becomes. And here's the worst part. Every time you give in to laziness, you train your brain to expect it. You create a loop. You avoid a task. You feel guilty. You promise to change. You avoid again. This cycle becomes your identity. And before you realize it, you're not someone who procrastinates. You start calling yourself a lazy person. But you're not lazy. You're stuck in inertia. In physics, inertia means this. Objects at rest stay at rest. Objects in motion stay in motion unless acted upon by a force. And your goals work the exact same way. Starting is hard. Momentum feels impossible. But once you push past the first few minutes, once you move, everything becomes easier. The problem is, most people never get that far. They wait for motivation. They wait for the perfect moment. But motivation doesn't come before action. It comes after. You don't feel motivated and then act. You act, and then you feel motivated. So the question is, how do we create that first push? How do we defeat inertia and take back control? In the next part, I'm going to show you real strategies, psychological hacks that will trick your brain into starting. No more excuses. No more waiting for someday. This is how you start right now. So, you're stuck again. You promised yourself this time would be different. This time you'd stay consistent. You'd finally break the pattern. But here you are, scrolling again, telling yourself, I'll start tomorrow. The same lie you've been telling yourself for years. The truth is, it's not that you don't care. It's that you've built a habit of delaying your own life. You've trained your brain to find comfort in waiting, and the longer you wait, the heavier it gets to start. See, laziness isn't always about being tired. Sometimes it's about being scared. Scared of failing again, scared of not being good enough, scared of giving everything you've got and still losing. So instead of facing that fear, you avoid it. You distract yourself. You tell yourself you'll do it when you feel ready. But that day never comes because readiness doesn't appear before action. It comes after. You don't wake up one morning and suddenly feel unstoppable. You become unstoppable the day you stop waiting to feel ready. That first move, that's everything. That's the spark that breaks the cycle. You don't need to do everything at once. You just need to start today. Maybe it's a paragraph. Maybe it's 10 push-ups. Maybe it's sending that one message you've been avoiding. Whatever it is, do it now. Not tomorrow, not next week, now. Because the hardest part isn't doing the work. It's convincing yourself to begin. Once you move, even slightly, momentum takes over. You start to feel alive again. And that small movement becomes a wave. That's when you realize you were never lazy. You were just stuck in inertia. And inertia only needs one thing to break: movement. That's how everything changes. Not in one big leap, but in quiet, consistent moments that no one sees. You'll start small, you'll fall, you'll restart. But every time you choose action over hesitation, you'll feel it. That spark of control coming back. And one day you'll look back and realize you weren't fighting laziness all along. You were fighting the version of yourself that had forgotten how powerful you are. Let's be honest. Motivation fades. That fire you feel when you watch a video like this, it burns bright, but it doesn't last. And that's where most people quit, because they mistake motivation for discipline. Motivation gets you started. Discipline keeps you going, long after motivation dies. But here's the truth no one tells you. Discipline isn't some magical force that only strong people have. It's built in silence, through choices no one claps for. Discipline is when you wake up tired and still show up. When you don't see progress, but still keep going. When no one believes in you, but you refuse to stop believing in yourself. You think people who made it had it easier? Number, they just stopped waiting to feel like it. They worked even when they didn't want to. That's the secret. Discipline is doing it anyway, every single day. And over time, something changes. The pain that once scared you becomes fuel. The effort that once drained you becomes natural. And the person you used to envy, you become them. Because the truth is, success isn't about talent. It's about persistence. It's about showing up when it's not exciting anymore. And you've been waiting for the right time, the right feeling, the perfect plan. But what if this is the right time? What if this very moment is your turning point? No more excuses. No more waiting for someday. You've waited long enough. The world won't stop for you to feel ready. The clock doesn't pause for hesitation and your potential. It's fading with every moment you spend doubting yourself. There will come a day when you'll look back at this moment and you'll realize this was the turning point. The day you stopped blaming, stopped doubting, and decided to take control. You'll remember the nights you almost gave up, the mornings you woke up tired, and the voice that whispered, "Why are you even trying?" And then you'll remember what you did next. You kept going because something inside you shifted. You finally understood that no one's coming to save you, that your dreams don't belong to luck, they belong to effort. Every second you waste is a piece of your potential gone. Every excuse you make is another brick in the wall between you and your greatness. But here's the beautiful thing. That wall isn't permanent. You built it, which means you can break it. Brick by brick, excuse by excuse, fear by fear. You break it until there's nothing left standing between you and your future. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit subscribe and like button, and also share your thoughts in comment section, and also suggest me new topic on which you want new video. Thank you.